QuickAssistant key mapping. What is keymap? The computer is operated through a mouse and keyboard, both of which can be pressed and lifted, and the mouse can also be dragged. The mobile phone is operated through finger touch, which can be pressed, dragged, or lifted. If simply pressing and lifting the keyboard on the computer corresponds to pressing and lifting the finger on the mobile phone, it will definitely not meet the requirements of playing games. Therefore, mapping is needed. For example, to achieve the action of pressing W to move forward in FPS games, it is actually necessary to map the pressing of W on the computer to pressing and dragging the finger on the mobile phone, and the lifting of W on the computer to lifting the finger on the mobile phone. In order to meet different game scenarios, the QuickAssistant has built in multiple different mapping types to meet different game scenarios. If you want to understand how keymap works, you can open the pointer position in the developer options to see how different mapping types are mapped specifically. Demonstrate. Edit keymap. The keyboard icon on the right toolbar can open the key mapping panel, where you can choose to load, unload, edit, or new keymap. The software comes with mapping buttons such as Delta and PUBG Mobile, which users can choose for themselves. Unload keymap, close keymap. No keymap. Users create keymap and can modify it themselves. Exit editing. Switch mapping mode. By default, the mapping mode can be switched by pressing C key. Direct control mode. Normal display of mouse click events are transmitted to the phone as they are suitable for commonly used mobile phone and game interfaces. Mapping mode. The mouse will hide and clicking events will be passed to the phone according to the mapping type you set. If there is a move view in the mapping type, mouse move will be mapped to the perspective of a moving character in FPS games. Edit keymap node. After load keymap, right-click in the Edit key mapping mode to create different types of key mapping nodes. Right-click on the key mapping node to delete nodes, set node properties, and set mouse buttons. Move button. Single click. For example, jumping in FPS games. Twice click. For example, the implementation of the Q and E probes in PUBG Mobile involves twice click. Finger clicks triggered by keyboard, mouse presses, and finger clicks triggered by lifting at the same position. For example, the switch on the backpack interface of Delta Force is in different positions. You can use twice clicks to switch the backpack on and off. Multi-pass click. Very suitable for one-click multi-point scenarios. For example, the multi-point click below represents pressing Shift and clicking on the first position every 200毫秒, then clicking on the second position every 500毫秒, and finally, clicking on the third position every 500毫秒. The number of multi-pulse clicked and the click position and the delay of each node can be adjusted. Drag. For example, the drag below means to slide from the lower position to the upper position when pressing on the keyboard, and from the upper position to the lower position when pressing on the keyboard, which is applicable to the scene of TikTok switching videos. The demonstration is over. Steer wheel. Mapping WASD to drag in four directions, specifically designed to achieve the function of character movement in mobile FPS games. The distance dragged after pressing Z can be adjusted. It also supports dragging upwards after pressing Shift to achieve Shift sprint function. Specially used to adjust the magnifying glass distance with the up and down scroll wheels. The circular icon is aligned with the button to open the magnifying glass adjustment in the game, and the rectangular icon should completely cover the range of magnifying glass adjustment in the game, completely covering the magnifying glass pitch control in the game. Game display. View control. Mapping mouse movement to pressing a specified position and continuously dragging based on the mouse movement to achieve the movement perspective function in FPS games. The addition and subtraction icons in the figure can adjust the horizontal and vertical mouse sensitivity. The higher the value, the higher the sensitivity. The position of the node represents the initial position pressed by the finger before dragging. Demo screen. Free drag. Expand the functionality of the view control node, supporting switching the initial position of the move view node when different keys are pressed. For example, holding down Alt to observe the map. Show mouse. When opening a backpack or map in FPS games, it is necessary to temporarily show the mouse and switch to direct control mode for easy mouse clicking operations. After completing the operation, hide the mouse and switch back to mapping mode. For example, opening a backpack. Reset view. Specially designed to solve the problem of view cards for PUBG Mobile getting on and off the vehicle. It is necessary to enable the reset view attribute of the getting on and off node to prevent the view card from getting on and off the vehicle. Not reset. Reset. Problem solving.